The following is a Just Green production.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of April 23rd, 2018. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? Follow us on Twitter at MightBeNews247. That's MightBeNews247. Season 3, Episode 15. What up, Kev?
Yo.
What up, co-host Danny?
What's up, guys?
We got a special guest tonight. I feel like this month has been a guest spectacular.
It has been.
I feel like we've had a lot of guests in here. It's been a lot of fun.
It's nice.
We have another one tonight. Hip-hop connoisseur, in my opinion. All right. Chad Hunt. What up, Chad Hunt?
Good evening. Good evening.
I secretly compete with this guy in my own mind to find new music, preferably hip-hop, that he has never heard. And sometimes I do, but most of the times I don't. And Chad has turned me on to so many different artists and so many different, great vibes to listen to. One of the most recent things that has really come to fruition is Flatbush Zombies. I've been talking about them for the past couple weeks. Chad got me into them.
That's high praise. I appreciate that.
It's awesome. I love talking hip hop with you, and that's why we're here. At some point tonight, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about top 5, dead or alive, just some of our favorite influence in hip hop, because hip hop's so important to, especially you and I.
Absolutely.
Kevin, Danny, we've been. I asked you guys to compile your top 5 lists, and I'm not talking Pearl Jam and Dave Matthews. Right?
Man, you're a hater, dude.
I'm not a hater.
You're a hater.
It's just not the Dave Matthews Band Pearl Jam show tonight.
We're not even a minute into the episode, and you're already throwing hate out.
Shots fired.
It's not hate. It's just not that kind of show tonight.
I wouldn't pick Dave because that's not like rap and R&B.
No, I know. That's why we set the standard. Not the standard, but the we set the whole thing up. It's the hip hop show. I'm actually titling it Hip Hop Hooray. I never have a title for this show.
Hip Hop Hooray. I love it.
I never have a title of this show prior to the show.
Shout out
you know
by
this.
nature if you guys didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Just checking. It's all right.
I'm not that bad.
I'm just fucking with these guys.
I'm not that bad.
Because they have overall different tastes in music than I do, certainly. And Kev especially generally hates on everything I like music-wise.
Dude, and I still take it back to Joey Badass. I can't stand that dude.
Joey is hot.
No,
underrated.
It's unbelievable. He doesn't like Kendrick
Highly
either.
No.
Man.
He doesn't like
way.
Kendrick either.
No Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar, he'll be irrelevant in 10 years.
Absolutely astounding that you think that, considering some of the things that we're going to talk about in this episode. Spoiler alert, Kendrick Lamar won a fucking Pulitzer Prize this week. All right? I don't think that he's going to be
I kind of have to take back my last remark, but
that's forever, Kev.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing. I don't think that in 10 years people are just going to be like, who's that fucking one rapper ever that won a fucking Pulitzer Prize? Who's that one guy that like no one else did it? I don't know. Anyway, you got some good news, Danny?
I do.
Here we go.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
Season 3, Episode 15. Danny, what do you got?
All right, first story is coming out of Durham, Pennsylvania. Durham. Like 10-year-old Cassidy, what's her last name? Shit, I'm slacking. Cassidy Slater posted a video online begging people to stop bullying. This is a 10-year-old girl that's getting bullied in school so bad that the superintendent, the principal, the teachers are all looking at changing this girl's lunch schedule, classroom schedule, anything they can to help this girl out.
What?
So she posted this very emotional video. One of those videos where you don't talk and you just hold up flashcards, like telling the story. And she goes on to tell this story about how she's getting bullied so bad at school. She sits by herself at lunch. This video is gaining a lot of attention from a lot of big people. Hugh Jackman shared this video, tweeted out saying, hey, you have a friend in me. If you need anything, reach out to me. But it also gained the attention of the New York Yankees. All 25 of the New York Yankees sent this girl a message saying, you have a friend in us, and we are there for you when you need us the most. So I thought that was pretty neat. That
very cool.
There's a lot of people stepping up and
As long as this girl doesn't turn out to be that racist like that one kid. What did this happen like a couple months ago? What was it? During the
I
summertime?
remember that. But so does this Cassidy chick get some tickets to the game or something?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
An autograph?
She's probably going to get something out of that.
Has
yeah,
to.
you gotta
Yeah.
get something. Some
Oh, yeah.
sort of swag.
If you're like, I'm not just talking about social media shout outs.
Yeah,
I
right.
want some physical thank you for, whatever, doing this online.
Something.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
So my next story, I'm sure everybody has heard about this, but Tammy Jo Schultz. Tammy Jo Schultz was the pilot of the Boeing 737-700 plane that made an emergency landing in Philadelphia this past week.
Crazy stuff.
This is wild. So she was flying this plane and they had an engine failure where the engine literally blew out a window, partially sucked a passenger out the window.
It's ridiculous.
So the other passengers ended up pulling the female back in. She ended up passing away from her injuries. But Tammy Jo Schultz is a true hero. She's actually one of the U.S. Navy's first female fighter pilots who retired from the Navy and is now flying commercial planes.
Incredible.
She saved 138 people on board this plane by safely landing at the Philadelphia International Airport.
Plus like 5 crew members too.
Yes, so
That's dope.
I listened to the audio when this engine failure happened. You could not even tell how serious it was in her voice.
Right. Yeah, right. Just because like how calm and
She
cool
was
she was.
so cool, calm, collected, and she used her training from the U.S. Navy and safely landed this plane, saving everybody on board besides the one patient.
Knowing that somebody's like hanging out the side of the thing
Yeah.
and everything. I saw, and which is a great story. I saw a video. I guess somebody paid $8 to get Wi-Fi on this plane just so they could Facebook Live this whole
Fuck outta
experience.
here.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm sure he got reimbursed, but he initially at least paid $8 to film his, what he thought could be his last moments.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think there was any like footage of this woman being sucked out of this thing. I don't remember her
No.
name. I know that she was kind of a bigwig at Wells Fargo. I read something about that.
She was one of the managers there, I believe.
Something like
Who
that.
has the composure though when a freaking plane is crashing?
You know
to
what?
pull out their credit card,
Listen, Kev.
pay $8 for Wi-Fi, and fucking pull up Facebook and put it on Facebook.
This is my point. This guy had the composure to do this, to pay for this and get on Facebook Live, which I don't even know how to do, and I'm not dying in a plane crash, right? So, but then he's filming himself and everybody around him, right? And they have the oxygen masks that come down. None of them are wearing it right.
Not one single person.
None of them are covering their nose with the stupid mask. This guy literally figured out how to put this shit on social media, but could not figure out how to put oxygen on his face.
That's funny as shit.
How crazy is that?
I've never flown before. Don't they go over that before?
Yo,
Yes.
So they do, right? But nobody pays attention.
Nobody pays attention.
I've been every time I fly, my headphones are on. I'm on my phone, whatever. Like I'm not paying attention.
I'm the same way because I've flown so many times that it's just like
Right. I know the spiel.
I might have been
The
that
John
person
falls
though
from
that
the
didn't do it
ceiling,
right.
you
Yeah.
know. The
So-
life rafts under the seat. I put that on.
Yeah.
And I pray.
I got the
Like
I got the
that's
whole
it.
thing under the seat, the
Right.
cushion for my life preserver,
Right.
shit like that.
It-
Exits are this way and
Right.
that way, and come up over. It's fucking crazy.
It was crazy listening to stories, from the passengers from this plane because they saw what happened. They saw how bad it was. They thought they were going to die.
Yeah.
There was one guy said, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out who do I call and who do I call first to tell them, hey, this is what's going on. I love you and I might not make it out.
Right.
So
But-
then I guess this other guy was kind of smart because he just went on Facebook Live.
Yeah,
so
he
that
just said,
he
"Fuck
didn't
it,
have
I'm
to
just gonna do
choose.
everybody at the
He's
same
like,
time."
Everybody.
What's up?
I haven't seen you since high school, but here, I'm about to die.
It's been real.
But for Tammy Jo Schultz to take control of this plane when it was descending extremely fast with a blown out window, a depressurized cab, and no motor, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's crazy.
she's a true hero.
And it landed in Philly, right?
Landed at the Philadelphia International Airport.
Wow.
So how soon till a movie's made about this?
I mean,
I'm with that.
the Sully movie was really good.
Yeah.
Sully was
really
good.
good.
You see that?
Never seen it.
You never saw Sully?
No.
Imagine that.
You know who Sully is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Tom Hanks.
Hey, yeah.
But do you know what Sully did?
Yeah.
He's the guy who landed the plane in the river. I'll do
Hudson.
that for you.
Yeah, the Hudson.
Yeah, all
I'll
right.
give you a hint.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he did.
I want
Yeah,
to know what her call sign was when she was in the.
for real.
Yeah, she probably has something dope.
Yeah.
I bet she did.
I
I'll have to
hope
look
so.
it up.
I believe in Tammy Jo.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
That was I was actually on my way to school when I heard about that, and I don't know maybe if that's where the traffic was crazy. I don't know. Traffic's always crazy going to school. I got to Cherry Hill twice a week, and it's fucking terrible the whole way through Philly. It's just nuts.
Do you take 76?
Yes,
That's why.
dude. There's like two ways to get to Philly
76
from here.
sucks. Dude, I was stuck on 76 doing sales down in Philly for 45 minutes for nothing.
You
For
see-
nothing.
You
Nothing.
see, Elon Musk is trying to build that little subway drawn out in
Subway,
LA.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
yeah.
need that out here.
The underground tunnels or whatever.
Yep.
He's also trying to make like trains and shit that go from. Well, I think it's him. I think they're running it from DC to New York City. It's supposed to be like minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be hot too.
That would be hot. All right. So, social media rundown time, which I'm going to make a cool intro for. I'm looking at Kev. So, but I haven't done it yet.
Obviously.
And I won't do it for a little while.
What's the holdup?
I'm going to wait for everybody to forget that I said anything.
Because Kev wants an intro for this week in history.
No, I know. I called him today. I was like, dude, we got to get an intro for if social media rundown is going to be a staple in this show, we got to get an intro for it.
It's a mega hit.
Mega.
People seem to enjoy the social media rundown because for the past month, we've been doing more news than ever before. Did you know? Not that the tarantula thing was part of the social media rundown,
Right.
but we talked about that stupid cheeseburger before ABC News did. Did you know that?
Yo,
You
might
fucking,
be news to you.
You fucking heard it here first.
Did
Follow
you hear
us.
about the tarantula burger?
The what?
So there's Durham, North Carolina. There's this restaurant who is doing their exotic meat month, and they're serving up a $30 cheeseburger.
$30 for
Right.
a cheeseburger.
That's outrageous. But I mean,
Cheeseburger with a tarantula on top.
is it fried? Is it
Uh,
grilled?
oven
Like,
roasted.
tell me-
Oven roasted.
Oven
ro-
roasted.
Oven roasted.
But it is
and
a-
it's free range.
It's free range. It's a free range tarantula, oven roasted.
Yeah, yeah.
Free range. That
And
means
you get a-
somebody just has these tarantulas just chilling in their backyard.
Just chilling,
Right.
waiting for exotic meat month. And they give you a T-shirt if you finish the stupid burger. I saw the T-shirt and it is extra corny. It says nothing about exotic meats.
No, like you think they put like a fucking tarantula on it or something?
They do.
No.
It's like the Rolling Stone symbol, but with a
Oh,
tarantula
dude, it's so
on the.
gross. Oh, is it?
That's what it is.
Okay.
And it says tarantula challenge or some dumb shit. Nothing about exotic meats. All right, social media rundown time. Today, as we're recording in this time-space continuum that we are currently in,
You like using that after Harmon's been here.
I do because people don't know. People listen to this on different days, so I like to explain to them where in time I am.
Bring that back for me. Say that again.
So we put the show out on Monday. Somebody listens to it on Tuesday, but currently it's Friday for us in this time space continuum.
Friday 420.
4:20 right now.
420.
So when somebody listens to this on Wednesday, they know that right now it's Friday for me.
Dude, that picture that you posted on Instagram had me rolling, dude.
Oh,
with the broccoli inside the papers, and you're like, "Am I doing this right?"
So for 420, I have a nice little interesting fact that nationwide, recreational and medical marijuana revenue for 2018 Can you guess?
No.
Danny?
No, I have no idea.
Chad, any guess?
Got nothing.
$11.7 billion.
That is stupid ridiculous.
That was a B, right?
a B billion.
B is in billion.
Billion.
11.2.
11.7
I'm sorry, 11.7
billion dollars.
And you want to know how to fix the economy?
It's right there. It's right there in front of your face. Because check this out. It's estimated that by 2025, that number will increase by $25 billion.
That's stupid. That's crazy.
You want to talk
nuts.
about? I mean,
They just opened a dispensary in Fraser.
you want to talk about fixing Flint, Michigan's water crisis?
I mean, just imagine how many states is it legal to use it recreational?
You want to talk about what? 2 or 3?
Imagine if
Maybe
more
4
and
now?
more states got on board with this.
Because I know it's rapidly been happening over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
More and more states are kind of at least exploring the options of doing it. But you want to talk about, like I said, the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Helping Puerto Rico with their power outage that they had just again. The whole fucking place is out of power. Homeless veterans, homeless people. Just $25 billion right there is good for that.
For those few
Plus
states.
11.7. Come on.
Crazy.
Come on.
It's crazy.
Shit doesn't kill nobody.
Just going to
I mean-
get the grocery stores more money. Everybody's going to have the munchies.
I mean, I don't recommend eating an edible and driving somewhere right away or when it kicks in, however that works.
Has this happened before?
It's funny. I actually, when I lived in Florida, funny story, fun fact. We're just going to go here real quick. So when I lived in Florida, I came up here to visit for Christmas one year, and a buddy of mine drove me to the airport, and he brought me some chocolate chip cookies for Christmas that
That's sweet.
were
That's a good friend right there.
infused with a bunch of good. So I was like, well, he's like, you could probably get it up there. And I was like, well, I'm just going to eat them right now.
How many cookies were there?
3 big cookies.
And you're supposed to, what, probably eat only one at
Probably
a time?
not do a goddamn thing the rest of the day after that. I get in there. I go through security. I'm fucking floating through that place, dude. It was fucking crazy.
Sir, take your shoes off. How do I take my shoes off? I'm floating in the air.
At first, I was like really bugged out, but then after a few minutes, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have anything on me. There's nothing I can get in trouble for unless they analyze my shit with a poop knife or something. Unless they wait for all that to happen. But I was like, you know what? Boop. Deep breath. Everything's fine. You're just wasted, like really bad.
Oh, you're stupid. Oh, that's hilarious.
But big things are happening. Chuck Schumer is expected to put out a bill that would decriminalize marijuana nationwide. Even Donald Trump is verbally on Twitter behind this a little bit.
So that would
a little bit.
that would just decriminalize it. It wouldn't make it legal for recreational use, correct?
Correct. That's I don't know all the terminology.
Slap on the wrist. You're going to take
More or less, yeah. You would just, if you got pulled over for it, they could probably give you a DUI if they think that you're high or if you're doing it.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
But
It's only-
other than
I
that,
feel like it's only a matter of time before that happens.
yeah, oh yeah.
You know?
It can happen now.
Right.
I've gotten a weed DUI. So, but yeah, no, it's that's pretty cool. It's changing. Things are changing. Shouldn't be a Schedule 1 drug. Point blank period.
Things need to change.
Fuck out of here with that.
What
So-
happens to the people who are in jail already?
Exactly.
They were
That's-
actually
that.
talking
They
about
talked
that.
about that?
They were talking about that, and I saw a story, the interview with what's his face? You just said his name.
Schumer?
Chuck
Schumer. Saw an interview with Schumer, and they were thinking about reversing the charges for those people that are in jail unnecessarily, sucking up taxpayer dollars.
Wow.
Where'd you see that?
On Might Be News.
What's your source?
You saw that on Might Be News?
Might Be News.
Really?
Yeah.
On the Facebook page?
On the
On the Facebook page.
Get
Facebook
out.
page.
Wow.
People should probably follow us.
Who's driving your social media content? That's great.
We actually do this.
You should plug it. What's the Facebook page?
Might be news.
There you go. What a clever name.
So let's see. I got
That makes me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
no.
you, but that takes me back to Wayne's World when they were going into the come on, help me out here. You guys aren't Wayne World's fans? You
No,
guys are looking
I've
at
seen
me
Wayne's
like,
World. I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Oh, they're going in. It's like, who's playing? The shitty Beatles. And they're getting any good? Or the clever name, something like that? Come on. Nobody.
No, I don't.
Nope, I'm lost.
Oh.
Shoop,
I'm
right
going to
over
have
my
to look
head.
it up. I'm going to have to look it up. Because now I feel foolish.
Or we're just terrible people.
That's a great movie.
It is a great
It's a
movie.
really
I haven't
good
seen it
movie.
in a long time.
Came up right away. Go to Google, shitty Beatles. Do I hold it to the mic? Should I not?
You can hold it to the mic.
Hey, Tiny, who's playing today? Jolly Green Giants, Shitty Beatles. Shitty Beatles? Are they any good? They suck. Then it's not just a clever name.
Like, that's great right there. That's fucking
Just
great.
clever name.
That's Mike Myers, man.
So
if you haven't seen Wayne's World, go watch it. And if you haven't seen it in a while, go watch it.
yeah, I'm
gonna have
actually
to
probably
watch
going to
it.
watch that this
I'm gonna have to
week.
watch it.
I said it earlier in the show. So we're just going to dive right into it now. Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Prize this week.
Compton.
But he's going to be irrelevant,
No,
right?
I can't make that statement anymore.
Kendrick Lamar is officially immortalized as very good at something, and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Kev, how does it make you feel?
I'm gonna have to live with it. I mean, I just don't listen to his music. What do you want from me?
You can
I want
still
you to start
appreciate
listening
it.
to
You
his
don't have to
music.
listen.
Dude,
you can just appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Dude, just like I said earlier tonight when we were watching the Flyers beat that Pittsburgh ass. Woo! I can't take away from Crosby him being a great athlete. I still hate him. Kendrick Lamar. He's I can't take away from him that he does good things for music, but I still don't like him.
Why don't you like him? Why don't you just aren't indifferent? Why is it that you don't like him?
Because Kev's a hater.
I'm a
Kev's
hater.
a hater.
Yeah, I'm a hater.
Definitely a hater. Kev's
I
a
mean,
hater.
his Twitter handle is
Got
Kev
it.
the Hater.
No, it's not.
It's
You
not.
asshole.
But it should
You're
be.
one of them.
It definitely should be. I am too in a lot of ways. I don't know. There's certain artists definitely that I just expect are gonna suck.
But who is that dude that
And I
you
won't
had
give
me,
him a chance.
Who is that dude that you had me watch the PBS thing? Season 1, PBS. He did the behind the desk or whatever it was on PBS.
Tiny
Oh,
desk?
the behind the desk session.
The Tiny Desk Sessions, but I don't remember who it was. Anderson .Paak?
Anderson .Paak, dude. I dig
that's
him.
NPR, right?
Yeah,
That's
NPR
right,
does that.
I
yeah.
dig Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
do like
that
Anderson
was
.Paak.
that was
That's
one
what's
that
up.
you
All
threw
right,
my
so you're
way.
not all bad then.
No,
right.
no.
All right.
But,
There's hope. There's hope yet.
there's hope.
You just need to be like baptized and just wash away the hate. Come back to the
Just
congregation.
immerse yourself
Yeah, man.
in good music besides what you typically listen to.
There's nothing wrong with rock.
Definitely not. I support that.
There's nothing wrong with rock.
There's nothing wrong with rock. I like more classic rock, I guess, than I haven't really heard much good. Like I feel like it's all alternative now.
Yeah, it's very soft alternative.
Yeah, I feel like rock has definitely taken a turn for like the pussy.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, not all the way through. There's definitely some good bands out there. I dig personally. I dig Muse. You like Muse?
I like Muse.
I like Muse.
Yeah.
It took like an electro vibe
Yeah.
route for a little while, but they go pretty hard.
I'll give him like a 3.
Wow. Okay.
Who do you like, Kev?
See, that's how it goes with me.
Pearl
okay?
Jam.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Word.
Pearl Jam. I
Jam.
dig.
For some reason,
Dude, what's wrong with Pearl Jam?
I just like giving you shit. I really don't hate him as much as I claim to on this show, Kev. Fun fact. It's just I like fucking with you.
What's the next thing on your piece of paper?
Kanye West came out with a Twitter storm.
Yeezy season.
Yeezy season is upon
Yeezy
us.
season. Let's go.
So Kanye announced this week that his new album, which I guess is going to consist of 7 songs, is due out June 1st.
7.
7 songs.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Strong number.
It is.
He's an overachiever.
It's obviously less than I'm sure a lot of his fans would like, but we'll see what it is. He can be very obviously creative. It might be 7 pretty long songs. I have no
Dude,
idea.
he doesn't even need to make music anymore.
He's been up in,
married to Kim Kardashian, and how much are his sneakers?
a lot.
Yeah.
Kanye walks around like looking like a fucking Jedi sometimes, just straight up, just I don't know.
Is he making money doing it?
Absolutely.
All right, then.
Absolutely. I can't hate on that. See, Kanye's one of those guys where I'm just like, I like.
He's a genius. Though.
He is a genius.
He's an absolute genius.
Like we've talked about it before. You reviewed College Dropout.
Yeah, great album.
It's
Great
a classic
album.
It's classic.
It's a classic album, but what has he done after it?
Somewhere in there, he's done a
He's
lot.
done a lot,
But a lot of
He's
it,
done a lot.
it like a lot of it caught me off guard. I don't know. He definitely changed for the worse, in my opinion, somewhere along the way.
How many albums has Kanye came out with after College Dropout that you liked as much as College Dropout?
I don't know, 3.
Really?
I don't know, Beautiful, Dark, Twisted Fantasy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was one
Don't
of
give
my
him
favorites.
credit
Yeah.
for College Dropout. That was my choice.
Was that you who
That was
reviewed
me. Don't give him credit.
Or was it you? It was you?
No, it was me.
Danny did it, Kev.
Well, okay.
Don't be taking my
Oh, I guess
fire, you
you
son of a
did
bitch.
Biggie. That's right. You did Biggie. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
He also announced
Just
that
because your
he's-
Flyers won, you think you're all high and mighty now.
Kanye also announced a joint album between him and Kid Cudi. You like Kid Cudi?
Yes.
I like Kid Cudi.
I
A lot.
dig Kid Cudi.
June 8th, that's coming out. I don't know how many tracks that is.
Kid Cudi. I don't know, man. I never got on the Kid Cudi train.
No?
I know a handful of people who are big fans, but I couldn't name more than 2 or 3 Kid Cudi songs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a big fan, but there's definitely some hits that I enjoyed by Kid Cudi. I like his style. I like I don't know if I've ever listened to an entire Kid Cudi album cover to cover. Just like those couple songs. He also announced that Pusha T's new album will drop May 25th.
Yuck.
I'm very excited for Pusha T.
I don't even know who that is.
Pusha T was in the Clips.
Oh, okay. I know who that is now.
Grinding.
Okay. Yep.
Pusha T also wrote the I'm Lovin' It jingle for McDonald's.
Really?
That's true.
Mhm.
Wow. So he's getting paid.
Paid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for Push.
I read that in a couple of places. Pusha T has never told me that.
Underrated rapper
Yes.
right there.
I wish Pusha T would diversify his content a little bit sometimes. Like,
I feel like if he did that, you'd criticize him.
I probably would because
You would rip him. No matter what he does,
you're right.
rip him.
You might be
Because
right.
Kanye did it. Kanye
Kanye did it,
You rip
but
him.
I just mean like
Jay-Z does it. You rip him. Nas does it. You rip him.
Yo,
it's true.
It happens.
There's
right?
like a
J.
specific
Cole does it. You rip him.
Yo, J. Cole, his new album came out today and I want to like it so bad and I don't, and it bothers me.
Kids on drugs.
It bothers me. I like a couple songs on it, man, but I really I played it at work and I just was like,
I haven't listened to it yet.
it's just boring. It's
Yeah.
boring. To me, J. Cole, he started out, it was so fucking good. So fucking good. And Forest Hill came out, and I was like, okay, this is clearly a different direction for J. Cole.
Yeah, he's on some other shit now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now he's on some whole other shit.
Right.
And this album, it's like,
I mean,
I gave it a- I gave it a-
happens to artists, man. They grow.
well, and like
Quote
Kev
unquote,
said,
they grow.
none of them
and-
have to, all
and
these
it
people that are
changes.
like really, really relevant right now, they don't even have to do this. I mean, maybe some of them do. But like somebody like J. Cole, I don't imagine needs the money. I don't.
mean, what do you mean by needs the money? You might not
Well, like,
need
to
the money,
live.
but you want to sustain that lifestyle, right?
that lifestyle, but also
generational wealth.
I feel like by
is the
listening
goal.
to this that it's truly his creative vision. And I think that way, I don't mean like need the money like or want the money. I just mean like they're doing it for us.
Oh, absolutely. They're
you know what I
doing it
mean?
for the
But they're
art,
also
right?
doing it for them.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't know. If I had to rate J. Cole's new album right now,
Well, don't put something on tape that you're gonna regret, man.
I do it on social media all
You
the
do it,
time.
and I rip you for
I know
it.
you do.
I hold you accountable, right?
You do.
So, Eddie, one of the reasons like that we became friends is because you're into the same type of music I am. Right?
Yes.
So you set the bar high, right? So now I know that you are in that category of people who can relate to the type of music that I'm into.
Right.
So now that I hold you in that echelon, now you have to like maintain it. And if you start going off path, I'm gonna hold you accountable, man. You gotta stay in your lane.
Because I do.
All
I
right?
get worked up, yo.
Yeah,
I
you
listen
do.
to something and I'm like, this is a fucking 2. This is
Right,
garbage.
right.
Or like I hear
Or-
something like, this is a 10. It's
Yeah,
the best album ever.
right.
Like the most recent thing that you ripped me for was the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah, you went hard on that.
I went hard on that.
and that's all right, because a lot of people are against me on that, and they agree with you. They feel like it is a 10 out of 10.
It's going back. I would probably, if I had to rate that album today, I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, drop it a little bit.
I'd drop it a little bit.
All right, I respect that.
I would drop it a little bit. Tiny.
I need.
Did you give it a 10 on here?
I did give it a 10 on
You
here.
gave it a 10 right away.
Yeah.
And I was
Right
like,
away.
wow,
A
man,
premature
like,
10.
right away.
yeah, right away.
Right away.
Premature
like
10.
an hour into it.
Yeah.
he just loved it.
One playthrough, I was like, immediately I need to listen to this again.
And that,
Whereas today with the J. Cole album, one playthrough, and I was like, well, actually 3/4 of the playthrough, and I was like, I can't wait for this to be over.
right.
And part of that was because I couldn't hear the lyrics completely. And also listening to music, I've said it before on here that when I put my headphones on, it's just a generally better experience. Our friend Dan Moretz commented something along those lines on my status today about the J. Cole album. Listen to it in headphones, and I did, and I liked it more. I'm struggling.
Shout out Dan Moretz.
Yeah, shout out Dan Moretz. I'm struggling with this J. Cole album, Dan. I gotta get it figured out. This weekend, I'm listening to it heavy.
I still can't get over the Black Panther thing. Man. You went hard. That was like the equivalent of like proposing on the first date.
Yeah.
You went 0 to 60 real quick.
I hold Kendrick Lamar in such high regard.
What's your favorite Kendrick album?
Good Kid.
Good Kid.
Yeah, definitely. I would say Good Kid over everything for sure.
Mine's Section 80.
Section 80 is good.
Section 80 is a real dope album.
It
I
is.
feel like a lot of people might not have heard that.
Kev, you would actually probably
Check
like
that out.
Section 80
Section
because
80.
his voice is different. I think Kendrick's voice bothers Kev's a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why when you initially reviewed him, you picked him for us to listen to. Or was it just me? I can't remember how long
I think it
ago.
was just you.
And I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I picked Damn though, right? Isn't that what you just said? Did you say?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the album that won the Pulitzer.
Yeah. And I didn't like it.
I have a theory about his voice on that album. Chad, do you think that Kendrick sounds kind of different on Damn because he's making fun of Drake literally for an entire album?
I do not. I'm sorry.
I say that all the time to people. I just don't like his voice. It's all right, dude. He's just making fun of Drake. It's like literally my line when people say that. I'm just like, no, dude. He's literally talking shit the entire album to Drake personally, because I want that to go. I want that to happen so bad. I think that's what I want.
You want what to happen?
I want some form of a rap beef between Kendrick and Drake to be more than just subliminals. I want an ether situation.
Drake doesn't want no smoke.
I know he doesn't, but
No
I
smoke right
want
there.
I want Kendrick to diss Drake. I want
See, but
Kendrick
that-
to diss the Toronto Raptors. I want Kendrick to bang Nicki Minaj. I want Kendrick to do everything that
So
Drake
this-
wants to do.
So this just stems from your hate of Drake then? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, I don't even like hate Drake, but I would love to see him very upset about this. You know, I would just love to have the Breakfast Club go in on just like how crazy this is, or just like everybody just be like, holy shit, Kendrick just bodied Drake. And then, you know, his career could either go on or not, and I wouldn't be bothered by it. But like chances are he would just be like Jay-Z, who got ethered and continued being Jay-Z.
With all this hip hop conversation, can we do our top 5 right now?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let me I don't want to be all generic off the bat, so let me hear yours. Let me hear it. Because-
I'm kind of interested to hear yours, man. What are you worried about?
Okay.
Do you, right?
Yep.
Let your freak flag fly,
Don't
Kev.
be scared.
Top of the list, my all-time favorite hip hop artist, Biggie. Obviously,
Okay.
he's just I every single one of his albums I love. I don't love every single song, but I I will always just throw on a Biggie album and just listen to it.
Real quick before you continue, let me just put some parameters out here, and that's the word I was looking for earlier on something I was talking about. Let's do some parameters real quick. Top 5 of anything that you can think of. I don't necessarily think that the order matters because they're in the top 5. It's upper echelon type shit. It's like this is the Hall of Fame. So you don't necessarily have to do order, I suppose. Is everybody okay with that?
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
It doesn't have to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing. Just 5 of your all-time favorite
Okay.
ever. So Biggie and who else?
And right after that, I'm going to have to go with tie between old school Eminem and old school Jay-Z.
Okay.
Love them. Love them. Don't necessarily like the new stuff.
Okay.
Right after that is Dilated Peoples.
Okay.
Love them. Love them.
I like that.
Yeah.
And
Way
then
to go outside the box, man.
And then Nas.
Okay.
And
Very
that's-
good.
That would be my top 5.
Very, very good. I like that. There's some good picks. It's not all cliche shit. Dilated Peoples have these people listening probably have no idea what you're talking about.
You know why?
West Coast rap.
West
check,
Coast.
check them out.
That Kanye West concert
Yeah.
got me turned on to Dilated Peoples.
Like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Kanye West
the
concert?
2004, 2003, the College Dropout Tour.
I remember that. I was
The
at
electric,
that.
Yeah,
concert.
the electric
that's
factory.
fucking-
I was
there.
dude, when
I was at that
Supernatural,
concert.
when Supernatural
Supernat,
walked through the crowd, and that
Killed
was
that
an
John.
amazing show.
Supernat is one of the illest freestylers.
It's out of control.
So, yeah.
Danny,
If you don't know who that
Supernatural goes and he's like freestyle icon.
Yeah.
He asks the crowd to like hold something
Right.
up and he will start freestyling and he'll just go through and just start grabbing stuff that people are holding up. It could be lipstick, keys, driver's license, whatever. And he'll incorporate all of that stuff into a freestyle that just is ongoing. It's fucking crazy. And then he does this shit where he turns around and he's somebody else. Like he turns around and he's rapping like Biggie, or he turns around and he's rapping like Pac. That shit was awesome. All right. Danny, what do you got?
I sort of have some of the same list that Kev did.
Okay.
I actually have 6.
Okay.
On my list, I have old school Eminem, Tupac, Biggie.
Why do we put old school?
Because
in front of
I don't
Eminem?
like his
Kev
new
did
shit.
it and you both did it.
I don't like his new shit.
Yeah, his new albums after. So
But you got to claim him. Like you can't separate the artist
true.
like that. His body of work is his body of work. So
All
you
right.
can't say.
But is the
right?
old stuff enough to override that? Because I know that it is for a lot of people with Eminem.
No, it's fine. I had 6, so I'm taking out Eminem.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm down to 5.
but hold on.
I didn't mean to make
hold
you change your John, man. I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
It's like if
I
Eminem
need-
is Eminem for
Yeah.
you, then to say
but
Eminem.
but it's not because I what was it? Slim Shady,
And then Marshall Mathers.
and then the Marshall Mathers LP, and then when he started getting real heavy into drugs,
right?
did not dig it. And then when he became
I
sober,
like the drug shit.
it's
Nah.
it's catchy, but it wasn't.
See,
it wasn't,
like that diss
yeah.
that he came out with about Donald Trump.
I don't even hear that.
I couldn't stand it.
It was that BET freestyle thing.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah,
that was
he-
kind of weak.
It was
I mean,
weak.
Yeah.
There was no beat. It was acapella. It was like spoken word type shit. But
That's
who-
when you get that status, you can just kind of do whatever.
Do whatever you want,
And
right.
he was feeling it at the time and wanted to speak his mind, and they were like, "Go ahead, man. You
Just
got
do it.
Yeah, you got.
You're
the-
Eminem.
right?
We'll
People
just
are
stand
watching.
here and let you do this.
We're gonna get 1 million views. That's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
All right, so my list: Tupac and Biggie. I got Jay-Z on there, Snoop Dogg,
Snoop.
and
Shout out Uncle Snoop on 420.
yes.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
And to get the last one, it's Run DMC.
Okay.
The whole group.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I love Run DMC.
Very
I'm
cool.
with that.
What was the, say the last couple again? Oh, Snoop. You said Snoop.
Yeah, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Snoop, and Run DMC.
So Snoop is like literally the Santa Claus of 420. Like he is now almost the national symbol for marijuana.
Absolutely.
I
Would
love
you
that
agree with that?
everybody was putting that photo up last night.
Yeah.
Like, leave your milk and cookies out for Snoop Dogg.
He even posted it, which was hilarious.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
That's awesome.
Snoop is
I
one
bet
of those, was one of those people who nobody doesn't like Snoop.
Right. He even put out a gospel album recently.
Dude, he
Right.
fucking has. Dude, he has a game show right now.
Yeah, he does.
He has a
It's
talk
crazy.
show with Martha Stewart.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Suburban housewives in middle America know who Snoop is,
Seriously.
and they like him,
And
and
they-
they know he smokes weed.
Yes.
yeah,
This
a
is-
lot
right?
of weed.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he
A
doesn't.
former gangbanger from California.
Exactly.
Right.
Compton.
Smokes weed. Right.
It's
Been on trial for murder. Beat the case. Right.
Because like
They
him
love
and
him.
Dr. Dre put out some of the most gangster shit ever.
Right.
Like straight up ever.
Right.
And like he's out here talking about,
And he's beloved.
exactly.
Beloved.
It's
crazy.
hysterical.
It is. And you look at Ice Cube, man. He's out here making family movies.
Right.
You know?
Right. But
Yeah.
see, Snoop didn't even have to do that. Like Snoop
Yeah.
didn't even have to
Right.
go to that level.
Yeah.
Like he's changed.
His
He
per-
did like a reggae thing for a little while. He just
Yeah,
put out a
Snoop
gospel
line.
album that people apparently are like feeling. Like it's on the charts for the gospel shit, whatever.
Get out.
I haven't even listened to it. I need
That's
to. I
wild.
feel like I need to listen to it.
Let me hear.
I won't listen. I'll watch for your review.
He's just one of those artists that you can just put on and just listen to. Like looking for something to listen to. Oh,
Yeah.
put a Snoop Dogg album on.
I want to hear how obscure your list is.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Really?
So I came
RZA.
up. No,
RZA, come on.
I came up with a couple lists. Well, see, I limited Wu-Tang's involvement in this because there's 9 of them,
Tang.
and they're
Wu-
all
Tang.
incredible. Wu-Tang is obviously my favorite hip hop group of all time, but I didn't make a hip hop group list. Chad, I know you did, but
I got so many lists.
yeah. Chad went the extra mile with this. He sent me an email with like a bunch
I
of
got
top
carried
lists.
away.
Yeah, but like
got so
I love
carried
that you
away.
put a lot of thought into it. So my top 5, dead or alive, in no real order except for probably the first one. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, in my opinion, Black Thought of the Roots is the greatest rapper of all time.
Boom.
I feel like Black Thought is the greatest rapper of all time. I
Yeah.
will explain in more in detail once I get to the rest of my list. The rest of these are in no order, except for probably the last one. Ghostface, Wu-Tang.
Did you see that skit on
Jimmy Fallon.
on Jimmy
or
Fallon?
no, Stephen
what-
Colbert.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And they were hanging out with James Comey. They're trying to get that album back, yo. They're chilling with Comey, talking about legal things and what they can do. They're trying to get that album back.
Diamond encrusted album.
Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. I'm trying to hear it. Bad. Ghostface is my favorite member of Wu-Tang because I love the way he raps. I love the way he sounds. I love the way he tells stories. And I feel like not a lot of people do what Ghostface can do.
Respect.
I feel like he's extremely underrated in a non-Wu-Tang sense.
Do you have a favorite song by Ghostface?
That's tough.
I can
Daytona
tell you
500.
mine is right now.
What?
Kilo.
Kilo?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That is a
Love
good
that
one.
song.
The Forest is also good. That's the one where he's naming all the cartoon characters on Bulletproof Wallets. Bulletproof Wallets is a classic. Nas, definitely. Big. And Kendrick. I put Kendrick on there because I don't consider him. I wouldn't put Kendrick Lamar in my top 3 dead or alive for sure. But I feel like Kendrick Lamar has done something that no one else has, and I'm not just talking Pulitzer Prize. I'm talking making that level of good hip hop accessible and so well received by the masses. He's mainstream, but he's not Tekashi 6ix9ine, or he's not
Who?
that. Whoever.
Who?
You know, he's not.
Did you see his freestyle?
Oh my God, it's horrendous. But that's what I mean. Kendrick, I listen to Damn occasionally, and I still catch things that I didn't catch.
Right. Kendrick's nice. He's definitely a generational talent.
Generational
No doubt.
talent. And also, besides that, his group of people that are around him, TDE, everybody that's in there, Absol,
Black hippie.
Black Hippie, you know, with the Schoolboy
Yeah,
Q and
J-Rock.
J-Rock and all that. Like that shit, his whole clique is incredible. And it's another thing I like so much about Kendrick.
Absolutely.
But Black Thought, I'm just going to touch on him. First of all, Philly.
215.
Second of all, the Roots are such an important musical group. They're a band.
A band.
And they've been
An
together for so
ensemble.
long. They went from going to college together, growing up together, to the Tonight Show. I mean, that started from the bottom. Now they're there. Straight up.
Living the American dream.
Straight up.
You're going to hate on Drake for like
So-
15 minutes. And then you're going to quote him.
Not
Reference
to mention, the Roots have so much content. So much content. They have a bunch of live albums. I've seen them a couple times. They're absolutely incredible live. And Black Thought, I mean, you guys saw that 10-minute freestyle he did, what was it, like a couple months ago?
Yep, dope.
Shit was out of control.
Did that drum with Method Man.
Yep, did that thing with Method Man. I saw him. He did a freestyle leading into the championship game for Villanova.
I saw that.
That was
I'm not
awesome.
a Villanova fan, so I was kind of like,
Yeah. But he did it for Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down the city.
Because he was talking about the Eagles too.
Did you see him? He's all husky now.
Yeah, he's husky, man.
He's husky.
His beard's all huge and
Yeah.
shit. But I mean, phrenology, Philadelphia,
Classic
Half-Life.
Right.
I mean, things fall
The
apart.
tipping point.
The
I feel like
tipping point is incredible.
Classic.
And also, you go to a rap show now, chances are they've got some kind of a band behind them, right?
No.
No, not all the time. Well, certainly not all the time.
No. I disagree with that.
You don't think so?
A lot of times you go to a hip hop show and you're going to get one guy on the turntable.
Still a
Right.
DJ, right?
A DJ, right.
How-
you're not getting a drummer. You're not getting somebody on the guitar.
Big names guys, I feel like you do.
So I saw Kendrick Lamar at.
He didn't have a band?
He didn't have a band, man. I was disappointed.
I saw him on TV. Yeah, he had one on
I
TV.
saw him at Wells Fargo.
He didn't have a band.
Didn't have a band.
This motherfucker. I'm going to that
Didn't have a
championship
band.
tour. If he doesn't
I
have
was
a band, I'm going to be
disappointed, man.
pissed.
I was disappointed.
Not pissed. I'll be really happy to see.
Did
Kendrick
you guys enjoy Nas's performance on PBS?
live. I did.
Did
Chad,
you
did
see
you
that?
catch that?
I did not see that.
It's
What?
him. It's
I
him in
did
a
not see
symphony,
that.
dude, doing Illmatic.
I've heard about it. And
Dude, it's
I did
incredible.
not see that.
Which
It's
this
incredible.
past week, I'm sure it's not in your This Week in History. It's probably not on the app that you use. But the 24th anniversary of Illmatic was this past week.
Yeah, that wasn't on my end this week.
I knew it. But 24 years. That album is cover to cover a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Not to mention, Nas wrote Ether, so he's got to be in the mix. New school rappers, I got a top 5 for that too. I'm going to go Kendrick, Cole, Joey Badass. I put Anderson .Paak in there, even though he's not necessarily a rapper all the time, but I just consider him that great.
Someone's
And-
in your top 5 that spells their name with $2 signs.
Yes.
And to
What
round
do
it
you,
out,
what do you have
is-
against the dollar sign?
Yeah, especially
I just
two of
think
them.
it's corny.
Mace had a dollar sign, and Mace
He
was
did.
nice.
Okay.
How do you feel about Mace?
90s hip hop.
Yeah,
God,
you like
I
Mace?
forgot about Mace. Holy shit!
And to top off my new school guys, Big Crit, definitely.
I thought you were gonna say Uzi Vert.
No.
Uzi, Lil Yachty.
Top dead, I gotta go Biggie, Guru, Big
R.I.P.
Pun, Big L, and Prodigy.
Big L, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Can
I
I,
gotta put
can
there.
can I throw one more in the mix?
Yeah.
Little who's your favorite DJ?
Premier, DJ Premier.
Really? You have a favorite DJ? You guys?
Premier's a good one, so I'm trying to think of
Shit.
something alternative. I don't want to give the same answer.
I would
gonna
have
go-
to go with my favorite DJs.
I'm gonna go with Static Selecta.
Static Select is
Yeah,
good.
Static's
Okay.
nice.
You got one?
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Z Trip. I love Z Trip.
Okay.
I dig him.
Okay.
Was that like a EMD or DMC? What's that? That
He does like I think he
EDM,
does like
EDM, that's what I'm
mashups.
looking for.
Yeah, he
He
does like
does
he
a lot
more
of
like
mashups.
Yeah.
I'll when we go on a break, I'll put something on for you.
mashups.
Yeah.
That's
DJ
when you
Chachi's
take the
pretty
lyrics
good.
of one song and put it on the other, right?
Yeah. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, but not to that extent. I don't know. I'll have to play something for you. What's that one, dude? Fuck. What the hell is it
DJ
called?
Babu from
Breakfast Club by DJ Z Trip.
Yeah,
Dude.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Dude, I love that song.
DJ Babu from Dilated.
Yeah, there you go.
He had those Duck Season albums. They were pretty dope back in the day.
Who's that DJ Aoki or Ioki or
That's Steve Aoki.
Aoki?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I dig him.
He's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
So Chad, I've got your list in front of me. Why don't you walk us through some of this? Your lists.
I'm gonna do my top 5 that makes me want to fight somebody.
Yes.
Because I feel like there's a lot of variations in hip hop and rap. So you've got different music that's got different feels. So if you want something chill and laid back, you can
Don't listen to these guys.
Right. And if you want to get hype, then you got options like that. So first, we're gonna start with DMX. I feel like DMX is a classic 90s rapper.
Yes.
He doesn't get a lot of love.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where everybody loved DMX.
Yeah,
I feel like
Woodstock 99.
I feel
YouTube that and look at the masses rocking out to DMX.
Yo, so I walked
wearing
out
overalls.
Yes.
Overalls.
And
right?
Tim's.
And Tim's, right. Just thugging.
I walked out of work one day, it was last year, and there was DMX's It's Dark and Hell is Hot CD on my windshield.
What do you mean? Somebody just blessed you
Somebody
with that
just,
and just
put
left
it on my
there?
windshield. Dude, I blew
Was
my
it your birthday?
No.
Yeah, right.
So
I
you were just there.
blew my fucking speakers out on the way home listening to that thing.
Wow,
It was incredible.
that might have been the best thing anybody ever did.
It was
for you
it was
there.
awesome. I just
don't even know you like
walking
that.
out of
but
work,
that might have been.
and there's the CD
Like that.
under my windshield wiper, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's
And I opened it up, and it was DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and I was like, "All right, I'll get
That's
down with
dope.
this."
That's dope.
It was awesome.
So DMX, and I feel like now you're right, Chad, because back then everybody loved him, but now I feel like people generally like root against him,
Right.
which is weird.
I feel like we forget about what he did. And so with the Rough Riders, just his. If you just look at his body of work, he's got a lot of hits.
Does have a lot of hits.
lot of
Ton.
hits.
Well, I mean, he
A
hasn't
ton of
been
hits.
relevant.
And they get you
lately.
hype, man. So if you're a workout and the whole wellness thing is big, if you're going to the gym, DMX,
Right.
Apple Music, DMX, whatever, SoundCloud, DMX,
Yep.
YouTube, DMX, rock out.
Who gets you into it?
Sure will. Number 2, MOP,
Yes.
Brownsville,
Yes.
Billy Dan's Lil Fame. They'll definitely get you fired up.
Definitely get
Annie
you
Up,
fired up.
Classic.
Annie up. Yes.
Classic. Their voices, just the way they come hard. Number 3, shout out 215, Beanie Siegel.
Beans.
Wow.
Yes.
Definitely aggressive, angry music right there.
Yes.
So, Kev, if you're into, heavy metal rock, the equivalent of that, you kind of want to go Beanie Siegel.
I've listened to Beanie Siegel before.
Yeah.
I can dig him.
You're a Beanie
I can dig
fan?
him.
All right, good choice. Number 4, I'm staying in Philly here with Meek.
Okay.
Meek Mill.
Yep, I
So,
reviewed him a few
Meek
weeks ago.
definitely gets you hype.
Danny did review him a couple weeks ago.
Dreams
Yeah?
and Nightmares.
Good track, good album. With that, number 5, I'm going with Pusha T.
I love Pusha T.
I do too.
I think that his voice, his beat picks, like his beat selections are always on point. Some of them are like really almost obnoxiously next level. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, shit, I'm trying to think of the one song.
I just like, I don't know, his the
You-
voice trap music. Like,
So you want to talk about
I'm with that.
evolution of an artist?
Yes.
So Pharrell goes from
NERD.
NERD to Happy.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Oh, dude, he's doing it. He's
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Why not?
But
Right.
it's just
If
completely
I've
too.
so you gotta think of it like, I don't know, if you're an artist and you're painting the same picture over and over, eventually you're gonna want to paint something else, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if I've already done hip hop beats over and over, and I've made albums and hits, and worked with various artists, let me do something else. And if
Dude.
somebody like Pixar or Disney is gonna cut me a check because I write this hook that all these little kids like,
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm
And
with
how
it.
many different versions of that song came out? I mean, wasn't it in like the Trolls movie or some shit like that? Or dude, I forget exactly. But he made a ton of money off of Happy. Ton of money.
Numbers on the Boards is the song I was looking for.
I like that.
Yo,
track.
I love that
It's
track. And when the first time I heard it, like that's one song that I will forever love, but anybody around me who's never heard of it, just because of how awkward and crazy the beat is, they're just gonna automatically hate it. I just feel like everybody that's around me when I'm
Yeah,
listening to that
you
song just despises me.
You probably gotta be a Push fan to appreciate that.
Let's do one more of your lists. And then I just realized we've been recording for almost an hour already.
So what's that mean?
That means we're almost
We
running out.
desperately need to take a break.
Yeah. So do one more of your lists.
I lost my list actually.
You got top 5 underrated post 2000.
What do you got for me? You got my list in front of you?
Yeah,
got-
you want
you can pass it to me. Here we go. It's the beauty of everybody having a phone.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 underrated. So in no particular order, my lists are. So I'm gonna start with Royce to 5'9". Royce is nice.
Yes.
Bars verbally.
Yes.
Subject matter. He's also a storyteller, as you were talking about before.
Yes.
So,
And he's done, what is it? Bad Meets Evil with Eminem. Was that?
Eminem, right.
Yes. You guys should listen to that.
Detroit,
No, I've listened to that.
Yeah, that's really
Slaughterhouse,
good.
Another group that he's with. Definitely check out Royce. Odyssey. I think he's from DC. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
Never even heard of him.
Yeah, he's nice too. You should check him out. Bandcamp.com, I think, is the website that he's associated with. You go on
Okay.
there and check that out. Big Crit. Who
Yeah.
mentioned him
You
earlier.
reviewed him, didn't you?
Uh,
I
Big
did.
Crit?
Yeah.
Down style. He's got that Outcast feel.
Yeah, he does.
So if you're into that,
I get down with Outkast.
do you?
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. Then I got Elzai. Familiar with Elzai?
No.
From Slum Village,
Slum
Detroit.
Vi- Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll
He
check
also
that out.
runs with Royce the 5'9".
Okay.
Check them out.
Okay.
Midwest rap I'm bringing to you right now.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I can dig that.
And then I got Fat Joe.
Okay.
A lot of Fat Joe just associate him with the stuff you hear on the radio. But if you check those albums out, man, he's got some hot.
He's got some bangers?
hot shit, yeah. So check that out.
I was like Fat Joe.
Yeah.
I
And
felt like he fell off after Pun died, obviously, but
yeah, well,
it's a shame.
Pun was a heavy hitter. R.I.P.
Yes.
And then Chance the Rapper. That's mine. I'm coming out of left field with that. I don't know if you check Chance out, but
I have checked out Chance.
I like Chance.
I like Chance.
You don't like Chance?
I
don't
do.
know if you like Chance.
I like his first two mixtapes very, very much.
All right.
Coloring Book, not so much.
Yeah.
Acid Rap, very much.
Acid Rap is that shit.
That's that shit.
That's dope.
And 10 Days, very good as well.
10 days.
I like both of those. Coloring Book, I just wasn't feeling it as much. But I do like Chance.
Word.
And I think he's doing a lot of big things. He's definitely on the come up.
He is. He's one of those socially conscious people too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's doing a lot of big
yeah,
things.
smart kid.
So we're gonna take a very quick break. And we're gonna come back and do lightning rounds of your favorite segments. What's the point? Late review, and this week in history. All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Might Be News, Season 3, Episode 15, Hip Hop Hooray!
Oh,
We just had a very insightful conversation about hip hop. I hope that people out there appreciate the quality of this show. All right?
quality.
We're going to skip intros because we're overtime. We're working on overtime here, people. We're going to do What's the Point? My point this week, I found this story, and it's very interesting. In 2016, there was a bacteria that was found in a Japanese landfill that ate plastic. It just eats plastic. It mutated itself to be able to eat plastic. Very
That's
cool
dope.
thing. So the scientists at Portsmouth and the U.S. National Renewable Energy Laboratory created a enzyme that can do the same thing but better. Their goal is to eventually, hopefully, wipe out all this plastic and shit that's in the oceans and all that stuff. My question, as a naysayer and a weirdo, is
Because you're a weirdo.
well, okay, let me just put it like this. I eat, I get big, right? This thing eats all the millions of tons of plastic that's in the ocean. What happens to this thing? Does it just stay the
Turn
same
into
size?
blob.
Good question.
It's concerning the blob.
The blob.
What happens when
Just
there's no
start
more
eating people.
plastic?
Yeah, I'm not with this idea.
Like, does it dissolve the plastic, or does it like literally turn into something when it eats a piece of plastic?
That's a good question. I don't know.
What if it starts eating all the fish in the ocean?
I imagine this thing just sucking up a fucking plastic party cup and becoming bigger than the super plastic party cup, right? It's this thing that happens, right? They just let this thing out in the ocean to eat all the straws that are in the ocean.
It comes back huge.
I need more straws. What happens?
It starts eating people.
There's no more straws.
It's gonna start eating boats.
Then they
and
come
shit.
with an enzyme.
It comes looking for your plastic. I'm talking headphones, cell phones, everything. And then what happens when all that's gone? Us. So I don't know.
It's the
Weird
start of the
science.
zombie apocalypse.
Weird science. It's like worse than that. This thing will eat all the zombies too, I guess.
Yeah.
This
Well,
thing's
that's a
stronger
good
than
thing.
that. Well, we'll be going. Huh? Kev, what's your point?
So I saw this story on Huffington Post. High stakes social media posts for communist China. So China is famous for self-criticism when you do something wrong, like when you break the law. Like if you break the law, they'll have you stand on a corner or something wearing a sign saying, "I did this, shame on me."
Okay.
So the police I guess they have a problem with like traffic infractions, and police have come up with an idea to stop it or keep it to a minimum. I guess I don't know really how it would work, but they want these people that have these traffic infractions to post on social media, and if you get at least 20 likes on your post, then you don't have to pay for the ticket.
Wow. So they only really? require
Yeah.
20 people to see this?
That's it.
I guess maybe is that depending on the crime or like the infraction?
Depending on the infraction.
So like if I get 150 likes, I gotta do X.
Yeah.
So if you get like 150 likes on this week's show, you have to pierce your belly button.
No.
That's crazy.
Nope.
Have you heard of the show Black Mirror on Netflix?
I have heard of
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
They did an
I haven't
episode
watched it.
that is like that.
Really?
Yeah, where the number of likes you have determine your status in society.
Did you see the episode with them being able to rewind their thoughts in their head?
Yes, I did.
Dude, that was
It's
wild.
outrageous.
It was
And I
a
can see that
crazy
happening.
show. Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard a lot of very good things about that show. I need to watch it.
Dude, it's
Sure.
great. Dude,
Am I
the prime-
correct in
the
saying
pri-
that they do not coincide with each other? It's not like an ongoing series. It's like
Correct.
each episode is a thing.
Each episode is independent of each other.
Dude,
Okay.
the prime minister has to bang a pig. Like a
You told
pig.
me about that.
Yo.
You did.
Yeah, that was extreme.
Danny, do you have a point?
Yeah, I do. It actually ties back into my good news story. So the whole thing with the Southwest flight, I believe it was today, Southwest, every passenger that was on that plane,
Mhm.
they received a letter in the mail, an apology, just stating that they're sorry for what happened. But in that apology was a voucher for $1,000 for flights for Southwest
That's it.
and a $5,000 check.
Wow.
That's it.
I mean, if you were on board this flight and you almost died.
How many
basically,
people were on the flight?
138.
$5,000 times 138. That's a pretty big payout by Southwest.
Do you think that's fair?
No, it's not
I don't.
fair.
I don't.
I'm glad
So-
that
so
we're
here's-
It's not fair, but that's a pretty big
So-
check that they're cutting.
So here's my thing. If you take this check and cash this check, is this Southwest's way of saying, hey, they settled with us. They took our
Oh, yeah,
$5,000
absolutely.
check, so
Absolutely.
they can't come back and sue us
Right.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like they're trying to cover their ass.
yeah, they're absolutely trying to cover.
Yeah,
their
that's a
ass.
really good point. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, it's almost like, hey, they're trying to sue us. Nah, we sent them a $5,000 check, and
They took it.
the check was cashed on this date. They can't sue us. That was their settlement.
I need Admiral Club for life.
Right.
First class tickets.
Right.
See,
I need more than $5,000.
I've never flown in a plane.
I'm traumatized.
They
I saw a
give
woman's head get sucked out of the
straight up.
fucking window. Are you kidding
Straight
me?
up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nah.
But at the same time, I mean, you just get this random, like, nobody knew this was happening. They get this letter in the mail from Southwest, and then there is a full length apology explaining everything. This was their first death in how many years?
51 years, the first death ever.
51 years
for them.
$1,000 voucher saying, listen, we have a good reputation. We want you to come back. Plus, here's $5,000.
Right.
It'd be hard not to cash that check.
You're taking it? I'm not taking it. I'm holding out.
You know what?
I'm holding out.
I
got a ton of money.
Without even thinking about it, I
is
might.
nothing. Think about all the fees. They charge you
Absolutely.
a fee for everything.
Yeah.
But if I
that.
just got a $5,000 check in the mail, just saying, hey, sorry for your luck or whatever, without any legal experience or background, I might just cash it and then not even realize right then that would be that's everything I get.
So you're
for
saying
that.
get a lawyer first?
Absolutely.
I mean, I use PNC.
Which hopefully everybody on that plane already has a lawyer or got it that
already,
day.
absolutely.
Yeah, they would have had to.
I mean, I use PNC Bank, and I have this thing called mobile banking. If I get a check, I can literally take a picture of that check and boom, right
It's
into
yours
my account.
now. Yeah.
If I got a letter from the Southwest saying, hey, we're sorry,
click.
here's a $5,000 check. Dude, I'm opening my phone as soon as possible. And I'm like, yo, put that shit in my bank account before it bounces.
Here's a picture of the check. Here's a picture of me with the check. Here's a picture of me with the kids with the check.
But then, if something comes out of this and, you do hire a lawyer, hey, you can't sue us. You took that settlement
I guess
check.
it depends. I mean, in that letter, they would have to clearly say that by taking this check, you agree not to sue us.
I wonder if they
put
did
that
say
in there,
something like that. Yeah, because that's almost like some sort of
they have to.
entrapment type situation, where you're just sorry, you.
But then again, it also couldn't be. It could just be Southwest saying, hey,
Yeah.
we really are sorry for what happened. And, here's a little, for all the hassle you had to go through.
What if they were
for not going to your destination? Here's $5,000.
What if they're here's $5,000 to get a lawyer to sue us and get
And that was my exact thought. You have to put money down, as a retainer for these lawyers.
In some cases, honestly, in a situation as big as this, I would be willing to bet that a lot of the lawyers involved, if there's not going to be some sort of a group thing that happens because of, they might just hold off. You know what I mean? Wait until get that money on settlement or whatever.
So far, according to reports, there's only been one lawsuit that is in the process of being filed.
Okay.
Only one.
Probably for not training them how to use the fucking oxygen masks.
Probably.
Chad, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I got something. So something that kind of bugs me, I guess.
Yeah.
Chinese food containers.
Chinese food.
The
The
authentic
white
John.
ones? Yeah.
The ones, the paper ones that fold up. They've got the little symbol on the side.
Yeah.
They got that metal handle.
Yes.
I can't put the container in the microwave.
No,
the
you
next day
cannot.
to heat it up.
Do you know what that container is for, though?
It folds out
it
into a
unfolds
plate.
and it becomes into a bowl.
If you
Wait,
take
what?
yes,
So-
Get the fuck out of
So
here.
listen,
I'm
hold
telling
no
you.
way.
So yo, listen.
You just blew my. This is news to me.
It might be news to
Might be fucking news. This is goddamn news.
So that metal handle.
all it does is
Get the
hold it
fuck
together.
outta here.
That's all it
You
does.
take that metal handle apart. You bend it so it's not in the
Yo,
side.
you're getting Chinese food
All right,
tonight.
you take that metal handle off and you fold it down, and it literally becomes a bowl.
No fucking way.
Straight up.
If I
Dead
try this
serious.
at home and my shit just falls out, I'm gonna be so mad at you, motherfucker.
Guarantee you, it will not fall out. It
I will
becomes a
blow up
bowl.
your Facebook page. That Chinese shit, I'm disliking you. You're fucking paying the fine, yo. Fuck that. I don't even know if I believe you right now.
I'm
YouTube
serious.
that shit. I'm
That's
telling you.
crazy.
After
serious.
the show, YouTube
real?
that shit because it's
Listen,
there.
I'm a fat guy. When it comes to food, I know what I'm talking about.
That's wild, man.
Yes.
It becomes a bowl.
But at the
Basically
same
all-
time, I don't know if I want to have to do all that work. I want to be able to just put that shit right in there. The
Right.
handle should just be
But
plastic.
basically,
Make it
all you
plastic.
have to do though is remove that handle, and that becomes possible. Straight
Yeah.
up, yes. I have never personally
this-
done it, but I have seen it done.
So this wait. So you don't do it. So it's common knowledge, but you don't do it.
I know because I usually get sesame chicken, which comes in it doesn't come in that anymore. It comes in
Right.
the big plastic thing.
Right,
So the only thing that comes in that white thing for me is the rice,
True.
which I don't. I just dump the rice in.
I like the authentic Johns, man. I want that container. I don't want
Yes,
that plastic
yes,
container. That's
I
a sesame.
agree.
You know
I
what
do agree
mean?
with that. Yes, I agree with that.
There's something nostalgic about that.
Yes.
Right there, look. There's the diagram.
Wow, he pulled up the fucking diagram of the shit real quick.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
So you just
what's propping it up though? See, I don't know, man. This is one of those
because
like,
the
Ikea
bottom
shits
is
where
square. Because the
bottom
bottom
is-
is square, it folds into itself.
And you see how they got the tabs that go down that kind of support the sides?
Yeah, I don't know if that shit works. Man. I don't know, man.
Try it, man.
Coming
This
from a
is
fat guy,
outrageous.
it works.
Do you do this?
I've
Or-
done it, yes. When I first saw this, I was like, well, fuck, now I gotta try it. So I had to order Chinese.
So how did you hear about this? Was it like passed down
I
to you
actually
from your
said- no,
parents?
I
Like,
actually
is it
saw a video.
generational knowledge.
I saw a
that I
video on
just didn't
Facebook.
get? On Facebook?
Yeah, I saw somebody post it like probably a year or so now. Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't known about this for years. Like
That
this
makes
wasn't
me feel better that
Yes, yes,
somebody
yes.
was like, "Wow,
Yes.
this is news to me.
Yes.
I'm going to share this." on my
somebody
Facebook
must have
page."
just figured it out and they just decided that they had to put it on social media. which-
Mind blowing. Well, I'm glad I brought that shit up.
Yeah, right.
I learned something.
Okay, so late review. I did a movie last week. I'm going to do another movie this week because honestly, I'm still stuck on Flatbush Zombies.
You did a movie?
I did.
I did a movie.
Kev?
Me too.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
It's the movie. It's the Mega Movie Marathon.
Go ahead.
So I watched HBO's original movie Paterno, starring Al Pacino.
How was it?
Sad, man.
I heard he played an incredible Joe Paterno.
I don't know who else could have played Joe Paterno.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, I forgot that it was Al Pacino, to be honest with you. I mean, I knew it was Al Pacino the whole time, obviously, but it's just like he did do a really good job of portraying Joe Paterno. That being said, I'm not going to give away the movie. Obviously, you know what the end result of the movie is.
He dies.
Yeah, he dies.
R.I.P.
And this
And
whole
the program dies with him.
basically.
Only for the first few years.
The more or less the climax of the movie is when he gets fired and the students protested that night when he got fired for it. And it's just they go into a lot of detail about what happened with Jerry Sandusky and these kids. It goes over the time period. Like the movie starts when he got his 409th win. The one that like put him over the edge where he was like the most winningest coach ever.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because they were talking they did like a movie run through of that game, and I like remembered watching that game, which was kind of wild. But that whole Jerry Sandusky thing happened literally like a week or two after that. Maybe
That's
not
crazy.
even that long.
That's crazy.
Like it was like boom, 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 and then he was dead.
And he was
Like his whole career boiled down to something that somebody else did that he just didn't understand. The movie basically makes Joe Paterno look bad in the sense that he didn't do enough, but you almost feel bad for him because all he gave a fuck about was football. All he gave a fuck about was Penn State football.
Well, and that's like as soon as he was fired. How soon after did he pass away?
Like I think it was 2 weeks, 2
like,
months.
That
or
was
something
his
like that.
life.
It
And
was
you
crazy.
take that away from him.
That being said, the movie left me with a bad taste in my mouth over Joe Pa.
Really?
1,000%.
Wow.
Yes. Because Jerry Sandusky was a real piece of shit.
Who
He was
plays
a scumbag.
Sandusky in the movie?
I don't know his name, but he looks just like him, and it's fucking crazy. They did really good with actors and people playing. Pacino's definitely the biggest one. I recognized a couple other people, but not huge names. And it wasn't the greatest movie either. Numerically, I give it a 7, but like it was disturbing and also very insightful. Kev,
I watched 50-50.
okay?
Totally forget and drawing a blank on the main character's name in that movie.
Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right?
Dude, great movie. It is definitely a sad movie. Guy gets cancer, and it's his life with cancer.
Yeah.
And beating cancer. But
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert.
Why do I want to watch this movie?
Because as sad as
Sell
it
it
is,
to me, because right now I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
dude, it's
Cancer,
it's
sad.
It's good. It's good. I mean, I don't want to get into it because it is a really good movie, and as sad as the movie is, Seth Rogen is still hilarious. I was finding myself still just rolling laughing at just some of his like one-liners.
He's like the best friend that's trying to make him feel better about the whole thing and just kind of like ride or die with him. Kind of, yeah, he plays a good role in that movie.
Right. But if I had to rate this movie, I'd probably give it like an 8. It's not great. It's not bad, but
It's great in the sense of your rating.
right. Yeah, it's about an 8. It's a good movie. Good movie.
You ever see the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
No.
Love that movie.
What? Kev,
No.
you never saw that movie?
No.
So good.
Go home and find a way to watch. I think it's on Netflix. Is it on Netflix? I believe it is.
I don't know.
Bro.
Download
It
it
is so good.
Bro.
You should rate that next time.
Kev.
And I want to know what you give that compared to 50.
You will love that
if
movie,
50-50
Kev.
gets an 8, then Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Will be an instant classic in your
yeah,
book.
It's going to go down in history, man. Great movie.
Dude, so I have a suggestion for next week. That'll be it.
There you go.
Solid.
I think you're going to enjoy it. Danny, what do you got?
Like I said earlier, I did a movie as well. I did the movie Warrior. This movie is
Not to be confused with The Warriors.
correct. This movie has definitely come up into my top 3, maybe 4 sports movies.
Wow.
It came out in September 9th, 2011. It's a little long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes,
Okay.
but it's worth every single second. So it's 2 brothers that have gone their separate ways because their dad, Nick Nolte, was a very bad alcoholic. And he was beating his wife. He was bad to the kids. So these 2 brothers go their own separate ways. And then they start training for this Sparta fight. It's basically 16
Like
of the
300 Sparta?
no,
Oh,
not
shit.
300 Sparta.
I was like, damn, this movie's dope. Word.
It's the biggest MMA tournament ever held. And it was basically made because this guy said, you know, I know that there's badasses out there. I want to know the biggest badass that there is, and there's a $5 million reward for whoever wins the tournament. So the one brother, played by Tom Hardy, he gets his alcoholic father to be his coach because he was big into wrestling when he was younger. Gets his dad to be his coach, and the other brother, who was a physics teacher, he's going through some really tough times. He's about to lose his house. Him and his wife, you know, they can't get the finances together, so he decides he's going to start fighting as well. Well, the brothers end up meeting in the tournament.
Wow.
It is an amazing movie. Amazing.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I meant to watch that. I remember seeing like the trailer for it when it came out.
So good. It was one of those movies that left me, you know, with that lump in the back of my throat at the end.
Who's in it again?
Tom Hardy is the one brother.
And Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte is the father, and Joel Edgerton.
Oh, Joel Egerton. Yeah.
Egerton.
I know. He was in shit. He's been in a few things.
What'd you watch this on?
Loving was the most recent movie I saw with him.
So it's been on TV. The reason I watched it is because one of the guys I work with said he was flipping through the channels and he saw Warrior was on. And he thought it was the old classic The Warrior. So he started watching it and he said he could not turn it off. It was that good to him. So it made me want to go back and rewatch it. And in the past week, I've watched it 3 times.
Wow.
3 times.
Wow.
It is just an incredible movie because, you know, you have these 2 brothers who went their own separate ways and now they're meeting back in this MMA. You know, the one guy, Tom Hardy, he's just a fucking monster. He's ripped. He's a badass. He's an ex-Marine.
Bane.
Yeah.
Bane, yeah.
That was a dope.
He's Venom coming up soon.
And the physics teacher, he's more of a technical fighter. You know, he wants to, you know, to make you to tap out.
Yeah.
And just, you know, them meeting in this MMA tournament. It's an incredible movie. I'm giving it a solid 10.
Wow.
Solid 10.
Instant classic from Danny.
Instant classic. Highly suggest watching this movie.
I'm going to check it out definitely now. Chad, do you have anything to review? Anything? You don't have to. I know we just dropped it on you last minute. What's something that you listen to. What did you think? I reviewed Flatbush Zombies. I'm not going to tell you what I gave it. What did you think of Flatbush Zombies? Vacation in Hell.
I thought it was dope, man.
Yeah?
I think probably. Man, I'm gonna say that probably might be my favorite album of theirs. It might be up there.
Yeah.
I really like the Laced Odyssey album.
Yep. Which is their first album,
That's
right?
their first album,
Right.
Yeah. The new one's dope, man.
New one's dope.
Solid, yeah, all the way through.
Would you have a numerical grade for it, you think? Out of 10?
I'll give it a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's solid. That's pretty
That's
good.
solid?
Yeah.
I gave it a 9.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
You're just generous.
I
man.
am.
I think it's in your nature.
I'm very generous,
Right.
especially with groups of musicians and movies that I like or have some form of loyalty to it.
7 might be low. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna up it to an 8.
Okay.
I like it. I'll go 8.
That's a good cover to cover one for me. Yeah. Well, Chad, thank you very much for being here. Oh, this week in history, real quick, Kev.
This week in history, slacking again.
God damn it, Kev. You know it's coming.
I had it right here. April 27th, 1994, Richard Nixon dies of a stroke at age 81. 2000, armed immigration agents took Elia Gonzalez from Miami.
Oh, I remember that. That
from
was
his Miami
wild.
home
Janet
to
Reno.
Yeah.
to be reunited with his father. April 25th, 1901, New York became the first state to require license plates on cars.
Huh.
I thought that was neat. April 26, 1986, the worst nuclear power plant accident in history occurred at Chernobyl.
Ah, okay.
And that's what I got.
Very cool.
Crazy shit.
And Nas came out with Illmatic.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
Good job.
It was the anniversry of the Columbine shooting too.
Wasn't that today?
That was today.
Yeah,
today.
420.
420.
What was it? 10 years? No, it wasn't 10.
I think it was more than that.
Dude, it was
More than
a
that.
while ago.
Yeah.
I think we were in that would put you in like 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that.
Yeah, that was today.
A long time ago. Yeah. Well, good job tonight, everybody. Kev, you did great.
Oh, thanks.
You are all right, Kev.
I'm actually, yeah.
I'm playing. You're good. You're all right.
Danny, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chad, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. For
I had a
having
lot
me.
of fun. I was looking forward to this because I know that I enjoy hip hop definitely more than these guys probably listen to it. So it was cool to have a nice long conversation about hip hop. And I appreciate your guys' input on it as well, Danny and Kev.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for support.
You had good picks.
Snoop
That's
Dogg,
what we're
man.
here for.
Yeah, you brought out the
Great-
Snoop Dogg.
Good pick.
You brought out Dilated.
Dilated, yeah.
I love Dilated.
Surprising shit. Thank you guys for listening. Follow us on Twitter at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 24/7. Listen to us on SoundCloud and iTunes. Get at us on Facebook. Also, get at my boy Leo at Copper Lion Art on Twitter. He's still running deals on the best social media makeover I've seen. He hooked us up. Take a look at what he does for people. He's working with a lot of streamers and things like that. So doing a lot of interesting stuff, even video and stuff too. So hit up Leo at Copper Lion Art. Thank you guys again for being here. And thanks everybody for listening. We'll talk to you next week.